Hello, everyone. Good morning. Here I am again. It's Melissa Tabao Aidukas, founder of My Coffee Connect. Now I am here doing local businesses around the world, and I am going to introduce you first to introduce you with her bio. I would love to read her bio and yeah. Stephanie Hess is a former Fortune 500 beauty director, Tune strategic advisor, and business mentor. Stephanie's superpower is helping expert coaches, consultants, and service provider map out their signature process and define their offer, which tends to result in doubling and tripling their fees. Position their offer in front of perfect fit clients and enroll them with ease, one per week on average, without a complicated sales call. Combining her unique background in cosmetic marketing, sports PR, and health coaching with a love for personal growth and spiritual concepts. Stephanie isn't quite like any other business coach. I approve of that. Stephanie's clients most commonly testify, I've spent thousands of dollars on other coaches and programs, and this exceeds every single one. Stephanie credits her success to her relentless drive, a deep desire to be a service, and an internal core belief that anything is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stephanie Hess.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes.
Let's not continue to bore everyone with my bio. Oh my goodness. I think I totally botched in the beginning. I was trying to share this onto my page, and I think you heard some feedback, so I apologize for that. I think we're all
It's okay. So, I always ask this from the very beginning. Tell us your story. Why did you do what you do, and who inspires you what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, Melissa, for doing this and for having me. I'm so happy to be here with you and
Yeah.
everyone. So what most people tend to know, because it's public information, is I spent 10 years in the global beauty and professional sports world, as you mentioned. And by day, I was a director at a really big cosmetics company. And by night, I would run around Madison Square Garden and lead people who were 100 times smarter than I was. And so that chapter kind of ended, not kind of, it ended in 2017. And I've been coaching.
Yeah, full time.
Yes. Cheers. So that ended in 2017, and I've been a coach and doing coaching ever since. And I have this really big picture mission of creating and impacting the top coaches in the world, because I really believe that that ripple effect on the world can be huge, and it's what's needed now more than ever, right? So that's kind of the public information. What most people don't know is that for those 10 years, and sometimes even now, I had those couple of glamorous jobs and was making really great money, and I still felt unworthy. In the beauty world, I was never thin enough. In the sports world, I was never, taken seriously enough. There I was this blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, and people probably thought, wow, she seems really confident and sure. And the truth was, I always faked it. I always faked confidence. And so despite that, I always felt like there was this power inside of me that I couldn't shake or explain. I didn't know what it was. I just felt it there. And so what I found in my years of doing this is that it's inside of all of us. And our unique power and our unique seed is really what connects us. And many women, especially heart-centered women, will go their entire life or career without activating that. So that's what I do. I help coaches, I help expert service providers, coaches, consultants be able to activate their leadership and charge, a starting rate of 3 to 5K for their services, so they can really reach the 5-figure mark and do that within 3 to 6 months.
That's very good. Very good coach. You are a very good coach. I could testify on that. I feel like when I talk to you, I don't feel like I'm afraid that I feel like stupid or something. You are very welcome to any questions. So that's the things I like about you. And can you tell us how to grow your network organically and how to stand out, how to not be spammy online?
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
I mean, what's kind of hilarious is and let's just be honest, I'm no expert in these topics. However, I have made so many mistakes myself as far as what not to do online to grow your business. And from that place, I now know what works best. And this is what I use to help my clients as well, because growing an audience and having people really excited and tuned into what you're doing and turning that into a client, it's not always the easiest thing to do, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to organic growth, it's really simple that it might annoy some people to hear, but it's the truth. And it's just be a human.
Yeah.
And I think that that's so often lost in what we're doing. Like, how would you like to have a stranger ask you for, some really, really personal questions? A complete stranger, just show up, knock on your door, ask for your birthday and your email address and all those things. So, how can you bring more humanity into what you're doing and to just focus on building relationships, oftentimes one at a time? And
Yes.
people are usually looking for the way to fast track this, and it's really important. And you're such a testament to this. You've built this amazing space for people to connect and grow their businesses. And
Yeah.
would you agree that you've done this one person, one conversation, one relationship at a time?
Yes, yes, yes. Be authentic on what you do, and I am not into like how many followers are you. I want it to be like me. I'm just starting. It's like I am not afraid. Like, oh my God, 100, only 100 people just watch or something like that. But the thing is, in every interview that I have, my interview we always get business something. They always ask get contacts with this. So that's the most powerful for me. That's successful for me. This coffee on conversations is never about me. It's all about the local businesses. That's why some people like you're not used to talk about yourself. Something like that. But I want you to feel comfortable telling your stories. I want people to know not just business, like they know you personally. Oh, she started this because of this, and something like that.
Yeah, yeah, and I so appreciate that. And the thing is, what I do isn't about me. I am a vessel. I'm a vehicle for people, and so I believe in showing up in a way that is as powerful as I can to add value to people. And so that's why now, don't confuse that with being a business owner. You have to be really masterful at marketing and selling, but
Yeah.
I don't believe in that slimy approach that feels really gross on the other end to receive. And so that's kind of what I'm all about. Service, overselling, and when you show up in your authenticity, to your point, that's when people will be able to forge that connection to you.
Yeah. What do you think? Why do you think people is spammy? What are the things they do? Do they post a lot? Is that spammy? Post a lot, or what do they do when they do spammy? What do they do when they can be considered as spammy?
Hmm. I like to use the measure or the indicator for myself personally. If I do something and after I do it, I get that feeling in my body that's like,
Okay. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
didn't feel good, then I don't need anyone else to tell me that's spammy. My intuition and my knowing is good enough.
Okay. That's good. What are the things that you can do you have any specific for your client that it has to be women? Do you accept men to be your client?
So I love our men. I tend to really focus on women because I have the lived in experience of a woman. And
Okay.
so I can best support a driven, heart centered womanpreneur who, in the past, has usually my clients had something happen in their past that
Yes.
like diminished their light for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
and they're ready to now take that power back. Not that men don't run up against those same experiences, but my best clients tend to be women who are powerful on the outside world, but they often feel powerless, or they did in their past. And so we just want to get that flame back a firing so they can show up powerfully online, so they can clarify and refine their process. Believe it or not, no matter what you do, if you're a service provider, we each have a signature process, and that's
Yeah.
our intellectual property, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to pull that out of you and then create your offer that people, your perfect fit clients can't deny.
Yeah, you are a successful woman. Okay, what is successful for you? Does it mean successful for you? And how do we become successful?
Wow. Success to me means, and this is a privileged version of success because I understand that to get to have this lifestyle, many women around the world don't have this luxury. For me, success means waking up every morning and having full, absolute control over what my day looks like.
Yes.
Getting to spend an hour in the morning working on my morning routine, like doing the things, taking care of me so I can best take care of other people. When I was working in a corporate job, I didn't have an hour in the morning to get to do that. I could have woken up at 5 a.m., but I'm not the 5 a.m. girl. So
Oh,
success is really that freedom
yeah.
of being able to define my life and design my life and day in a way that um, feels most exhilarating for me.
That's very good. Yeah. If some people, would always like to collaborate, what are the features that you will accept somebody who wants to collaborate with you? What are the criteria that they need for you to be agreed to collaborate with them?
Hmm. There's no criteria per se. This goes back to what we were talking about, individual relationships. I
Mm-hmm.
love getting a message from someone who took the time to kind of check into what I'm doing. And if they see a way to collaborate or add value,
Mm-hmm.
like it's much different to have someone reach out with an energy of neediness versus someone coming in wanting to just contribute and add value. So, for example, like, hey, Melissa, I know that you're doing this. Here's what I bring to the table. And this is why I think that it would add even more value to your audience. Would you be willing to hear more about my idea?
Yeah. That's a nice one. That's a nice asking. That's a nice, very good asking. Like asking like, hey, like telling you, I'm going to have this for you, like dictating you.
Right.
You're going to be included. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah. Again, just be a human and add value. Like those, that would be the theme of our convo today.
Yeah, because in my attitude, it's always like I always ask myself what before I open my mouth asking. I always ask myself, what can I give it to them? What can I give? Because that's the most important thing for doing, connecting. What is the best thing that I can offer before I ask anything.
Yes, I love that. And you just
Yeah.
made me think of something I do every night, and I'll share it as a tip for anyone who would want to try it. I plugged in because I live by my calendar. Many entrepreneurs do. I
Yes.
plugged into my calendar every night at like 8:15 p.m. A calendar notification goes off, and the question is, who did I serve powerfully today?
Oh, nice.
And if I like, I should be able to say I served at least one person that day. If
Nice.
I did, like, that is my measure. And usually, hopefully, it's many more than one, but that's really my indicator for the day.
Oh, that's nice. For me, I just simple. I just want to put happy face on the face each day. That's all. That's why I want people like I want to spread positivity. I want positivity, because of what's happening in the world right now. So
Yeah.
I just want, it's like I just want to contribute at least a little things, put a smile on the face, you know. That's why I'm telling my kids, like, put a smile on the face. Did that put smile on the face on some people if you do that, something like that. So that's my conversation with my kids
I
and
love
their
that.
voice.
Is that the dinner table conversation?
No, something like it's a casual conversation if they did something wrong.
Mm.
Something like that's a conversation of like, mom, like, yeah, I'm being a mom. I'm successful because I'm irritating you, something like that.
I love
Yeah.
that. My one of my mentors, she has this ritual where every night her family they manage, like, she cooks a meal. She's an 8-figure business owner, cooks a meal. They all sit down together. And you know how it's so easy to get into that like funk of unleashing everything that totally was crap in your day, like this
Yes.
didn't work, that didn't work, because we're programmed for negativity, right? As the
Yes.
negativity bias. They each go around and say what was, oh, it's something really cute, but I'm not going to get it. Like, what was the best thing that happened to you or happened for you today? And they focus on that, and it kind of like triggers, yeah, gets you into that feel good
Mm-hmm.
space. And
That's nice.
especially in a time like now, that can be helpful.
So many good things happen to you. Is there any person that you are thankful for that you met them?
Oh my goodness, that just gave me chills, that question. You know,
You don't
as
need to name
as
names.
I don't know names.
You don't need to name names, so people will not jealous. I know a lot of people love you, but just share us. Is there anyone?
When I hear that question, what I instantly thought is this: as we grow and evolve as humans, right? You glean lessons from your past that weren't really clear to you back then. So what I now know and really am clear about is that every person that I get to come into contact with on my journey is not there by chance. And every person, every moment, every opportunity is a teachable moment or lesson.
Yes.
And I've been so lucky to have dozens upon dozens of those throughout the span of my life. But I often go back to my grandmother, and she's
Oh,
passed, but her spirit lives in me. And I was taught from a really young age how to treat people. And she was a woman beyond her years, but um, she's top of mind for me right now.
oh, that's nice. And what are the three good referrals for you?
3 good referrals are expert coaches, consultants, and service providers. So when I say expert, I mean that they are good at what they do, and they've already worked with at least a small handful of clients. They tend to be earning anywhere at minimum 2K in their business per month.
Mm-hmm.
2 to 5K or a little more, but they're really struggling to make it to the 5-figure mark. So usually I find that it often goes back to their offer just really not being clear. So my superpower is really helping you to tap into what your superpower is, what your process is, um, and and get you in a high performing state to be able to execute your vision and attract the right people.
Yeah, it's very important to have a mentor, really, especially in the business. Yeah, can somebody like I always tell my friends, they always laugh, and my husband hates me when I said this. Uh, oh my God, I'm growing my bitches. I call them bitches. Something like Melissa, because I told my friends that you don't sugarcoat me. You just tell me I want to be improved. So you tell me with if I do wrong, something like that. So just tell
Yeah.
me I need to grow. So I'm gonna cry a little bit, but I will take it. I'm coachable. I told her I'm coachable. So I listen because I want to improve. You
That's
know?
such a crucial distinction. I'm glad you said it because my perfect client has the growth mindset that you just mentioned. So
Yeah.
it's not going to work if you're someone who is showing up and not taking personal responsibility for the way things are in your
Yeah.
life and your business. It's not going to work if you're not someone who actively invests in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to work if you are not growth growth minded. Because if we're not growing, we're dying, right? And so
Yes.
this is about making an impact and making a beautiful living for your guests.
I have a question for you. This is the things that I've been experiencing. Till now, I've been like wondering. Probably this is the first time I'm gonna reveal it. It's like I always. I'm not saying I'm a saint. I just want people to be happy all the time, and I try to give positivity. And people sometimes is like I don't know why they. Return it to me like negatively and do something bad for me. It's like for me I'm just moving forward, like I just pray the Lord, what I'm doing. But like there are people like I keep on doing things and keep on the receive from people is like negative. I don't know
Hmm.
why did they do that. How can you like handle these people?
So you continue spreading that positivity
Yeah.
that you have and attracting the people who want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's law of attraction, right? So
Yes.
what we put out, we get back, not always
Yes.
in the space where we directed it in the beginning. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
Yes.
for example, you could have a business and be helping someone pro bono or just out of the kindness of your heart for free, right?
Yeah.
That person might never pay it back to you, but
Yeah.
you will get that back somewhere along the way.
Yeah. I'm thankful for the people I meet because I always like, oh my God, there's a purpose why do we meet? It's like it's always there's a purpose of the people I meet. And it's really like I am really happy with the things that's going to me and my business. Is like you experience the My Coffee Connect. So tell us your experience about the My Coffee Connect, your connections. So tell us your stories about
Hmm.
the My Coffee Connect.
Yeah. So Coffee Connect has been great. Like just the fact that we've been hunkered down at home for months and and all of our in-person networking came to a halt. It's been such a an even better alternative to that, in my opinion, and something that I hope will never stop, even when we can meet in person.
Yes.
Because, Melissa, you've managed to bring together, people from all different industries and backgrounds and niches. and the amount of thought and attention that you've put into creating this experience for people.
Mhm.
I mean, you have people that have acquired significant business through this. Um,
Mhm.
I have met some really amazing people, have formed collaborations with. And why I love it is because it goes much deeper than an in-person networking ever has for me.
Yeah.
And so I'm not the person to chit chat about the weather. I
Yes.
want to ask you some questions,
Yes.
and we get to do that in these coffee connects.
Yeah, because I've been doing networking probably 10 plus years. And for my experience, like I never in any networking, I never ask what do you do. I always say, tell me something about yourself. And then everybody like, they're not comfortable talking about themselves. That's
Mhm.
why I said to myself, if I'm going to do an event like, because usually I'm from the Philippines before, I'm from the Philippines, and English is my second language. And my first networking event I attended is like 100 plus. I don't know anyone. I don't know how to introduce myself. How will I introduce myself? How will I connect? Something like that. That's why in my event I see to it that if you sign up, just show up. I will prepare for you because you don't need to introduce yourself. The connection is ready for you, and it's exclusive per category. That's the one I want to build. And then I said the My Coffee Connect is probably the foundation of building relationship. That's why I created this, coffee and conversation to highlight you more, and then business lecture series. Now I'm lining up the business lecture series for September. I'm really, really excited about that. And with my business lecture series, that's the one I am trying to collaborate with you with the speakers. In the future, I'm just going to assign, like, let's say, Stephanie, and you focus like you are the speaker of this of the business lecture series, so you coordinate, go collaborate, and tell me the result of your collaboration, something like that. So yeah, when I tell this to focus, like, oh my god, I'm loving what we are heading right now. So
Well,
yeah.
I want to add something that we didn't mention that is so important and such as a distinction with your Coffee Connects. Everything you do is to create not just connections for people, but meaningful connections. And
Yes.
that's why it's different, because you put a lot of thought and effort into pairing people with the right people where
Yeah.
meaningful connections can actually be made. So I just want to highlight that, because that's you being you and being fully authentic, but that is the added value.
Yeah. Yeah. And then can you tell us something? Can you share something that people don't know and you did it before? Tell us something, like, not secrets, like, do you play volleyball? Do you something that you did that no one knows?
Oh, wow.
You play poker, or you do you play poker?
So
Like that?
my partner is a professional poker player, um,
Oh,
and we would be in Las Vegas right now, but obviously that did not happen.
yeah.
Um,
I gotta ask, does he have a poker face?
he,
Let's see.
oh, oh, it's crazy. So do you know that there's a thing in the neck when we get nervous and tense, we
Yes.
can have a vein
Yeah.
around or something. Like he even has to think that far to control all of that.
Really?
I would fail miserably at poker. Um,
Wow.
he does it well. Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, how about you? Did you ride a sports car, or do you ride a bike?
I do ride bike. Yeah, I ride a bike every weekend. I am a big nature junkie. I love being
See?
outside. I love to cook. I love to be surrounded by plants. I'm a total nerd in that way. I
Mm.
love to pluck basil and parsley from outside and throw it in a dish. So. Yeah.
Wow. With the bike, I don't think I can do bike anymore. I just do e-bike.
That works too.
Me and my husband's always like in the game, like we do e-bike, and then everybody's like telling us cheater, cheater. That's right, cheater, like that. But I tried to do biking. I have a bad knee. So and like, oh my god, I said, I don't want that. I don't want that e-bike. This is cheater or something like that. And then I'm biking, and then 30 minutes, and my legs are like hurting. I'm very happy.
That's why you have to follow what feels good. Only you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm envious for those people that are doing biking. I've seen people like 60 plus still doing biking. Oh my god, how did you do that? You know, it's very nice. Is there something else that you would like to tell us something about you?
I would just want to inspire everyone to add value for one person today, whatever that means for you, and give yourself the gift, give yourself the permission of receiving that value back from someone else.
Yeah,
And
that's
we'll leave
it.
it at that.
Okay. Where can they connect with you if they want you to be a speaker in an event? If they want, you can be a speaker at the event, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where they can find you.
Well, anyone that will watch this can easily connect to me on Facebook, and I am right there in private messenger. Send me a message and I will be right there.
Yeah. Do you have any Facebook group? You can invite them.
I'm not the best Facebook group mom these days, so the best way is to just send me a private message and we can have a conversation there. And I would just love to find out more about anyone who's watched this and has gleaned an inspiration, or
Yes.
even just thought, hey, I want to talk to her. I'm always here.
Yes, definitely. If you want to have a coach, business coach, you can connect with Stephanie Hess. She is awesome. Thank you so
Oh,
much. Okay.
I should add, I post so much free content. So I love to say for people to get a feel for like what I do and how I do it. Just look on my Facebook page. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn. There's free content and trainings and videos on my website. So there's so much out there.
Yeah. If you want to know more about it, just follow her in Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And just are you the only? There's a lot of Stephanie Hess.
They'll find me. I'm not worried.
Yeah, Stephanie Hess, business strategist. So thank you for your our awesome conversation. I had a great time talking to you.
Thank you.
And thank you, audience. Thank you so much for watching us. And stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Focus James is going to be a business spotlight. So thank you so much, peeps, beauties, and handsome. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.
Bye. Thanks, Melissa.
Bye. Okay.